Hi guys and girls. Well, let's talk about the aftermath of my spirit box session on the Jewish graveyard and what freaked me out so much, really. See, I did not step on that graveyard. I really didn't, out of respect. And then when I did the English version of it, it wasn't bad at all. It was like, I wanted to kind of get to know the people that my grandmother knew and liked, and she befriended some of their children, especially one girl that's called Funny. It was called Funny. She would be now like in her 90s, I guess, like my grandma. And they've lost contact after they left for America in the old days. So, and if there were any spirits, I wanted to try to move them on so they could be in peace. Now, the English version of this spirit box session was very heartbreaking in a way, because see, I've heard children, a child say, please help us, and the other says, move us to the light and help us move on, and stuff like that. It was really heartbreaking. I thought, oh my God, those poor souls are stuck there. Why does that happen? But I didn't hear many of it when I was there, because see, this is the first time I've done that, really filming it, and I looked at the camera, and then I had this app in my hand with the other device and with my smartphone, and it was really difficult to do all of this at once. I've never done that, so I didn't hear most of it, and I thought I didn't get anything, or not much. And in the end I realized I've got much more than I wanted. Not in the English version. That was really talking to the poor spirits that were trapped in that graveyard. And like I said, the last person died there, I think, in the late 1920s or early 30s, something nearly 100 years ago. But when I did the German video and I used the spirit box, I realized very fast I did not talk to the people that were buried on that graveyard. I've talked to spirits, a man and a woman who were not that long dead, who died recently by the way they spoke. Actually, they mocked me, they called me the B word, they called me the F word, they threatened me with death, they said they would follow me home. A very, very unpleasant experience. Well, honestly, I didn't expect that. When I've heard the B word, when I've heard that man said his name, he called himself Tim. I have to ask my mother if Tim died up there at some point, and I don't remember that, but it must have happened recently, not too long ago. And that woman said to that, I've heard them say on the device in German, Tim, are you following her home? And he said, yes. And she said, we follow. And I was like, oh my God. And when I was at home, someone knocked at my door. Now, I told you in that video, and I will say it again, you can't reach this door. This door can't be reached because the gate, this is the back door basically, is closed and locked, because you have two dogs and we don't want them to run away. So you had to climb a fence, then get there, then knock at the door. And that was not a knocking, that was a banging, so loud. The dogs barked, they growled, they went to the door like somebody was there. And I looked and nobody was there. There are two windows, and if somebody would have ran out, I would have seen that person. So nobody, at least physically, was there. So how is that happen? How can that happen? Then on the second floor where my mother's apartment is, the dogs ran upstairs. There's also a door that you can enter the house. They barked and growled there after that. Now, I was terrified at that point. I thought, oh my God, I brought something home. Now, all of that, what they said in that spirit box session makes sense. Those two, that person called Tim and that woman that laughed and mocked me and whatever, they trapped those poor souls up there. And they want to follow me home, and they probably did. Afterwards, I had a hairdresser appointment, and I went there, and next to me, a chair fell over. Just like that. And my hairdresser said, how did that happen? I didn't want to say something. But I thought, oh my God, they're following me. I've brought something with me. You know, even though I did not intend to do that. And I told him not to follow me. And nobody's allowed to follow me and all of that. It did not help, obviously. I don't know if they entered the house because they knocked down there. And maybe the dogs kept them out. I don't know. But I'm a bit frightened because they threatened me with really death. And said very, very bad things to me. And those were not the people that, like I said, that were buried on the graveyard. Those were different ones. And they've had very bad intentions. And they scared the living daylights out of me. They still do. So I keep you up to date what's going to happen. I don't know. I hope I did not make the biggest mistake there. I just wanted, like I said, to help people or spirits that were stuck there. I didn't think that the gallows hill that is close to it would have anything to do with this. Like I said, this was a person that hasn't died too long ago because of the way he and she were speaking. Both of them did not die that long ago. Obviously, what they said in German, they used modern words. But I've had the entire atmosphere changed when I was switching from doing the English version, when I talked to the Jewish people, the Jewish spirits on the graveyard, which also used Yiddish words. And then when I did the German version, when I talked to those two malicious spirits, or they talked to me, mocked me, and answered my question very strangely, very badly. So the atmosphere changed. I wanted to get away from that. I felt very unease, and like I said, I could not even record an English outro. It didn't work anymore. It didn't work. The camera didn't work. So I just left, and I did it at home after the knocking happened on the door, and I did not understand it. I understood it when I listened yesterday to the recording with a headphone. You hear it much better. And I realized, oh my God, maybe you got yourself into trouble. So what happened at the hairdresser, what happened here at home, we're going to see what's going to happen in the future. I really hope nothing really bad followed me. Keep your fingers crossed for me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And I'm looking forward to see you again and watch my other videos. Watch really the Spirit Box session. It is really great. The results are unbelievable. I'm still impressed by this app. I mean, great app. Too good. Too good in a way because it scares the freaking daylights out of you. And it's not nice to be scared. So anyway, have a great time. Whatever you do, stay safe, stay healthy, come back. And like I said, leave me a comment. That would be great. If you had any negative experiences after doing a Spirit Box session or went ghost hunting or whatever. And yeah, I see you soon. Love you.